Hello, guys, and welcome back to Sims 3. As I have now finished downloading it and getting it back into my computer, we're going to do a little bit more Sims, but probably not a whole lot, just because I have some other streams going. One moment. Excuse me. Anyway, as you know, I'm doing the Dragon Age series here before the new game comes out. Also doing a Baldur's Gate and Horizon Dawn Zero. Or Horizon Zero Dawn, sorry. So anyway, Sims will come back, but it'll be whenever I can fit it into my busy schedule. There is a lot going on in my family right now. There's been a few deaths, houses to put up for sale, and doing some other things that happened. And recently my brother-in-law, they just had a house fire and we were helping them a little bit. They found a place to stay for now. I had a bunch of donations that came through to help them out with the fire and the situation that they were in, and a GoFundMe thing on there to help with the situation. My kids were so awesome for their cousins. They donated a bunch of toys that they didn't need anymore to their cousins. Yeah, and it was sweet. And we went over yesterday to help clean. So yeah, with everything that, is tragically happening in our life, and then work along with it, it's just been super busy, and it's hard enough to find time to stream the other games, let alone, to add Sims 3 at this time too. So Sims 3 is gonna be kind of randomly put in there when I get a chance to do it. But anyway, let us talk about what we're doing here. So this is a CJ Plays Shell Challenge. If you don't know who he is, check him out. He's a fantastic simmer. We've done a CJ's Plays Shell Challenge before, where I made kind of like a traditional, kind of rustic, inside was kind of modern house before. I was very late with this one, or with that one. With this one, I believe I was on time. But, so anyway, it's a challenge for both the Sims 3 and 4. He's got it both up there. I think there's only a few more days left in this. I had gotten mine in sometime this weekend. But anyway, when I looked at this shell, I thought beach house instantly. So I placed it on a bigger lot as well. And so it is, as you can tell, in Island Paradiso. The 40 by 40 lot that I picked was just on the bottom of Island Paradiso to your left, Palm Beach Parrot Island, I believe it's called, and I put the lot there. To do kind of like a beach house. As you can tell, while I was talking earlier, I did a deck. We're working on a little bit on the outside where I wanted to put it, so I could figure out where to go from there. And of course, you can't play Island Paradiso without a boat. I also put a scooter and a truck out here. So for shell challenges, basically what they are is you cannot touch the shell. You can do half walls, fences, and columns he gave permission for. And then inside you can go ahead and, add walls inside. I did kind of like a modern take inside and try to get as beachy as I could outside. When you're watching it, I go through many different kinds of colors for this beach house. As you can tell right now where it's coming out, there's like siding and wood. I changed the wood for a second time, but then I go back in and change it to the siding that you see. So it doesn't really stay. And I had kind of a malfunction with the roofing here. I was trying many different ideas, forms. I did kind of do most of it and showed you guys most of the roofing, but then I ended up stopping the video to fiddle with some different kind of ideas for it. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. But that's just roofing for you. In The Sims 3, it's very hard to get what you're thinking or what you're going through, because there's, you know, different angles and whatnot, and you can only do so far. But I finally got it in the end. So anyway, yeah. As you can tell, we're still fiddling with that darn roof. And trying to figure out the layout. I go very, very modern inside, but for this outside, I try to get it as bitchy as I possibly could. I did try some of the angle ones because I noticed that some of the beach houses had angles in them, and that it wasn't working with the roofing. Ended up stopping and taking it all out. But anyway, putting a little gate in there with that scooter. I don't normally use scooters. I put bikes in there, but I'm like, yeah, well, it's a, 1-bedroom beach house. There's room to build upon this after, but for challenge wise, for this, I kept it as a 1-bedroom. I do fiddle with that little, like, 1-by-1, and I eventually believe I put a half wall in there, and put a fireplace, because what's a beach house without a fireplace, right? So I go back and forth on this darn roof, but here comes like a fencing. I'm like, oh, I'll just put a fencing, maybe a little something extra in there. Couldn't find anything that I really wanted, but it ends up being like a chimney in the end. There will be at the end of this video, unfortunately there won't be any snap shots of it because I forgot to take those, but in the end of this here you'll see that I do more of the outside later, because I was getting so frustrated with the roof and with the coloring that I just automatically went inside to do that. I left it pretty open layout, and so then from there, because I did such an open layout, it was easy to fill in some of the open areas and go from there and figure out what I wanted to do with the layout. And here I'm just blacking out some of the walls so that I could continue building. I don't believe I changed the flooring. Normally I do, and I black those out as well, but I don't believe I did it in this one or this build. Normally just blacking out the areas that you're not working with or whatnot can focus your eyes into the other areas while you're building, and it's so helpful as you're going along. yeah, so I changed the coloring of the roof. I think this one is in Tides. Is it from the Tides? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I thought that was a beachy kind of roof. So now we're just putting windows and stuff in there and getting some layouts on what I wanted to do. I put like a single there, and as you can tell now, I kind of wanted to do an upside, but I kept figuring out that the spiral staircases weren't giving me enough room. And of course, it kept telling me that my ceiling was too low, and that made me frustrated because I'm not going back to change the roofing at this point because I was so tired of the roof that I basically I think I ended up with just that what's it called, like a fire ladder to the side, and I try to avoid those if possible because I don't know, I don't really care for it. I mean, if I'm going to make an attic for like one of my witches or put that up there, then it's more comfortable, but in the end I had to cave and use this anyway so that the sim could get up into their bedroom. So now we're putting up some windows again. As you can tell, I changed the wooding, but later it's going back to this blue siding that I have on here. Yeah, so there's not really much more I can tell you. It is a 1 bedroom, 2 bath, and I put a laundry room just behind the bath downstairs. And then from there, we made sure that there was a bath upstairs, and a little sitting area outside the bath. Running out of things to say. Sorry, guys. But I think maybe we'll go ahead and I'm gonna pause this video and continue with some music, and I hope you guys enjoy the build. Until next time.